All right. All right.
All right. Well, my first question is, well, it's not really a question, but let us know your name, who you are, what you do.
Gotcha. Most definitely, for those who don't know, I'm Too Deep, the Southern President. The Southern President comes from a term I just use loosely because I always felt like, regardless of what was going on in the South, I feel like I got a lot more to offer. What's already out there in Too Deep just basically came from, my state of mind, my way of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
You just have that deep.
Yeah, deep thought process. You know what I'm saying?
Make you think, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Gotcha. I can understand that.
Right.
Understand that. All right. Well, first off, let me see here. Do you remember the first thought and where you were in life when you knew that you wanted to be a part of the entertainment industry?
Well, it wasn't necessarily me feeling like I wanted to be a part of the entertainment industry. It's me necessarily saying I'm good at making music and this is what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? So whether it be, if I went on to become a platinum selling artist or I still was in the streets, I just know I always like making music. And that's what people, enjoy hearing from me.
Right. Okay. Was this the career your first choice in the industry, or did you desire another career in the industry?
Well, first I was just like any other kid. I wanted to play ball. Like I wanted to play basketball growing up. And then you get to that age where you like, well, I don't think I'm gonna get much bigger, and I don't see me get much taller. You know what I'm saying? Get like 9th, 10th grade, you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna make the team this year. I don't know if it's gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, I ain't 6'5". I might wanna let that one go. And I like art too. Like growing up, I like to draw. I like the whole thing about that. But being from where I'm from Memphis, like what's the odds you gonna be a great artist selling paintings and drawings? The person I'm looking up to ain't making no money selling no art. You know what I'm saying? Like so, naturally, I kind of wanted to do music.
Okay. All right. And how long have you been doing music? How long have you been?
I would say at least from since 12 or 13, but I would say professionally, seriously, for the last 8 to 10 years of my life, really, being honest, because even as a teenager, I considered that professional, because back then I was still doing shows for major artists. I was still, having features, contributing, helping write, major artists. So.
Okay, and what are some of those major artists that you've worked with and had features with?
Everybody from A-Ball and MJG. Back in the day, I used to open up every Gangsta Black show. He was real big, like an underground legend.
Okay.
A lot of cats that used to open up shows for Lil Flip, 3-6 Mafia, Jeezy when he was first getting hot.
Okay.
A lot of cats.
Some big names in the industry. Some big names.
Right.
Okay. Can you describe your hustle to where you are now to where you have come from?
I would say my hustle graduated to some degree because when I first started, technology was different. Things were different as far as, when I was younger, I cranked up selling my CDs out the trunk of my car. Like, okay, well, if you can't get it no other way, then I'm going to stand on this corner all day and I'm going to make you get it. You're going to give me $9, $10, $5, $4, $3, whatever you got when you get through buying that donut and Exxon.
Right.
I'm going to take it. If that means you going to listen to my CD.
Exactly.
And that's where I got my start. And it was cool because back then, people just respected the fact that you serious enough to sit out here all day, all night, trying to get your music out. So that was cool. Whereas now, it's technology's changed, the digital age. I mean, you ain't gonna pull up to the gas station or be at too many places and see guys out selling their CDs. You're gonna see guys on the internet tagging you on Facebook and Twittering you and emailing you, trying to get them to listen to your music. So it's like that part of the hustle has changed. I guess you can say I've graduated in that form, and then I've accumulated a lot more fans since them days, because people still remember me from being out on the corner like, yo, I knew you was gonna, start popping. You know what I'm saying? So to them, to me, I'm looking at it like I ain't did nowhere near what I'm trying to do. But to the people that buy my CD for $3 and $2 and $5, they like, you done already, you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you right there. Because to see you come from here and you see you shooting your videos and hear you on the radio, it's like, wow, I see the progress. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Do you still have that same grind and hustle in you? Sometimes, I mean, do you still get out there every now and then and
on the corner, nah.
You don't get out there no more? You have a team that do it for you?
Yeah, I got people that do it for me now. I kind of let that one, kind of don't want to be in the sun getting sweaty. You know, not to say that
so you done graduated a whole lot.
Yeah, I graduated from that. But I still will get out there and hand out my CD if I have to. You know what I'm saying? Let people know that I ain't too big to do that. You know, interact by no shape, form, or means. But me formally selling you the product, I'd rather just tell you to go on the website and get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right on. And that brings more traffic to your website.
Exactly.
That's how you do that.
Exactly.
Okay, where would you like to be before all this is over?
Before all this is over.
Or will it ever be over?
No, I can't necessarily say it will ever be over because, you know, I'm trying to build a legacy. I try to make timeless music. Meaning that, you know, I feel like it's a lot of type of songs that I could have made that could have took me farther, faster, but due to the fact I feel like my credibility is to a certain level and people expect a certain thing from me. Certain type of stuff, if I don't feel it, I'm not going to make it. That don't mean I don't make club songs, or I don't make party songs, or I don't make whatever. It just means I have to feel that way at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So if something don't inspire me, I don't go in the studio like, I have to make this type of record so we can get hot and we can, you know, like I'm not with it. And I feel like that's what got the game so conflicted right now because a lot of these new artists that come out with a song and it's like, okay, this might not be you. You know what I'm saying? If it's you, it's you. You know what I'm saying? Because some people do the gimmick songs and it's genuinely who they are every day. Right. That's genuinely how they feel. But it's like when you make that type of song, that's how people gonna remember you. That's how people gonna judge. This is my introduction. So if you came in dancing and playing around and acting stupid in your video, I'm gonna keep expecting it from you. I'm not gonna give you much room to grow. So with me, basically, like what I want out of the game is just the respect for my talent. I want people to remember it, and it ain't necessarily really about money. Although I love to make money, I want to be successful monetarily, but I don't feel like I got to sell 20 million records for me to consider myself successful. Right. As long as I got a loyal base of fans that I would compare it to like what UGK has, you know what I'm saying? What Bun B has. Bun B might not be, you know, the richest rapper per se or the hottest rapper. But if you look at year after year after year, he's still relevant. He's still in his 40s and he's still able to do something he loves. And the youth respect it as well as the older people respect it. And I don't see him leaving anytime soon. Because people like me and the younger generation always gonna hear him pop up on a new guy's song and be like, damn, who was that guy? Like, he killed it. Like, and research. And be like, what is Riding Dirty? What is, you know, all this classic material. So that's just really what I want to be looked at.
All right. Okay. So you want to be looked at as a legend.
Yeah, definitely.
I know that's right. Okay. What are some keynotes that you have taken from your experience as an aspiring entertainment industry professional?
What notes have I taken? From the game in general, or? Well, I would say from the game in general, what I learned is save your money. You know what I mean? Save your money because it's changing every day, and it's no formula to the game anymore. It's no, back when I was younger, or years ago, it was like, okay, bro, we're gonna put your single out, and you almost felt like, okay, it was nothing to go gold. It was nothing to go platinum. It was nothing to, at least if you had a record deal, you felt like you was halfway there. Now you can have a record deal, you can still be light years away. I mean, artists coming out every day, and they may put out 2-3 singles, and the label still may feel like you're not hot enough for us to put out this album. So now you're stuck in a contract and you got to sit there for you know, 2, 3, 4 years trying to fight your way out of the contract. You're trying to, you know, and nobody wants to touch you. No new labels want to touch you. If you don't got enough money to finance your own dream, you can't keep putting out records. You know what I'm saying? And it's also like, I feel like you got to keep your independent grind as well. I've learned it as well. Like, you can't depend on a label per se to finance your dream. I don't care how much they say they believe in you. If that song is not hot to them, if the register's not ringing, you know, they gon' pause you. And it's up to you if you gonna try to make people believe that or keep pushing that product or demand, you know, that people keep paying attention to what you're doing. If not, you know, you just fall by the wayside. You're forgotten, or you're a one-hit wonder, or you don't make it to your sophomore album or your third album. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely learned you have to have some form of like independent grind, no matter what situation you in.
So you feel that it's best to stay with that independent grind rather versus the going with the major label?
I want to say that it depends on who you are. It depends on what your goal is. I mean, I would say you take an artist like, it's a difference between an artist like Flow Rider and an artist like Tech Nine. Okay. Not to say Tech Nine isn't a universal artist, but Flow Rider meshes better with the major label simply because he makes a universal style of music, which more global style of music, and he have to reach way further than it possibly is hard to reach on an independent scale. You know, it's kind of hard to reach your fans in Cuba and Argentina and over here and over there when you in an independent situation, because you're financing it yourself and you got so much you spread yourself thin. Whereas somebody like Tech Nine, even though we got the internet, the Tech Nine probably got fans, you know, in different countries too. But it's easier for him to, you know, manage his own situation, and be able to, you know, just oversee everything that's going on. So I think it just depends on, like, I feel like my best situation would be staying independent if at all possible, but at the same time, I'm always wanting to broaden my fan base as well. I don't feel like I'm just a regional artist or nationwide artist. I feel like the music I make is good enough to go perform in China. It's just like the situation has to be fair. Because they're giving you deals now where you can sacrifice everything just to get heard on this scale. And if it means that, I would rather just perform in a southern circuit. If it means you taking 90% of my money just so I can perform for, you know, millions of people, you know, I'd rather not, you know what I mean?
Right, you'd rather not sell your soul.
Right. Nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all.
Was there ever a time that you said, no, this isn't for me? I can't do this?
I wouldn't say it was a time that I said that this isn't for me, but it's been plenty of times where I felt like I wanted to say, I'm good, I'm straight, I really could care less. Not because of the fact that I don't love the music, not because of the fact that it's more so the industry, the way it's set up, what you gotta go through to get on. Cause I've been doing this for a while, so it's like you'll see this man and you be like, man, I know he did way less than me. How did he get a shot? How did this guy get a $2 million deal? And I'm out here just working my, you know, woo. And then I might get in the mode one day where I'm like, well, I'm already in the streets. I'm already getting a little money. I'm able to keep my situation cool. I don't necessarily need the money, even though I would like the money. I'm still in a comfortable situation where it's like, well, I don't work a fast food job or something of that nature, so it's like, forget rap. You know what I'm saying? I do something else. Like, I'm gonna be cool either way. So yeah, just like anybody else, I feel like I get in them zones, but I guess what makes me continue to do it is A, my love for it, and B, the people that love to hear me do it. So, like I said, it just takes me back to, and not really necessarily being about the money, because I think when I get to thinking about it being about the money, that definitely makes me say forget it quicker. Because I spend so much money, so much time. It costs to chase that dream. You know what I'm saying? When you're financing yourself. So I just feel like all my structure, everything that it comes from just my inspiration of people wanting to hear it. And regardless if I never made another rap dollar, I feel like I would still record music. I would still drop mixtapes. I would still do it, because there's always going to be that person that see me out and be like, yo, ain't you Tootie?
Right.
Like, didn't I have your mixtape like 4 years ago? Like, when you going to put something else out? And just that one person
make you get back in there.
Make me get back in there. I feel like if you're an artist and it's just something like you love, it's just like Jay-Z. Jay-Z is 43, 44 years old. He's quit once, twice maybe. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you're so good at something and it's so effortless, and it's nothing else that can make you feel like this thing make you feel. Because Jay-Z is up hundreds of millions of dollars. He obviously doesn't need the money. he has the biggest female in the game. Right. So, he could cold turkey quit doing everything and never go broke for the rest of his life. But it's just that, that thing inside you that makes you create. That thing when you go in the studio and you hear a track and you can't just be like, man, I don't want to say nothing over that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I ain't going to do nothing. You watching TV and I know he was a record exec at some point. He putting out other cats and he like, this young dude, he think he hot. Like, I can. This ain't nothing. So it's like that. I got to show him what it is. Right. It's always going to be there. Whether you're 25 or whether you're 60. I feel like the rap game at some point is going to be like blues. I feel like it's going to be like jazz. I feel like it's going to be like R&B, because you take every other genre of music. Hip hop is a younger genre of music, and the way they set us up to believe is like that you have to be 25 to be a rapper. You have to be 20, 19. Remember when we back in the day, like, oh, you can't be over 30 and rap. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now that these rappers are getting older, and people are realizing the times change with the rapper. Now that the rapper is getting older, okay, now he's just giving us his music from a wiser standpoint. Right. I don't have to rap about being stupid and going to the club and doing whatever. His life has changed, but people still want to hear it because people still can relate to it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I just feel like all this it's gonna change. It's gonna be to where, at the rate Jay-Z going, he might be 60 still performing. So like I said, you can never lose that inspiration. If it's there, it's just there. Right. Yeah.
That's right. What keeps you focused and going? Makes you want to accomplish your goals more?
I would say family, but I can't even say family. I would say myself, because it's like when you first start doing something, you make that promise to yourself, like, I got to do this, and you got to look at yourself in the mirror and like, regardless of whatever you're doing, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you got a kid and you tell your kid, you're working towards finishing school or being a doctor, even though you're a single parent. Like, this your thing. Like, this what drives you. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, I do other stuff, but at the same time, no matter how successful I could get it doing something else, it's always that thing be like, you still ain't accomplished that. Like, you real cold at that shit, but how you gonna figure that out? And I don't know. I don't think it's no bigger motivation or nothing stronger than it to keep you focused other than God. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be a self thing when it comes to that. Like, nobody can't push you harder than yourself. Somebody can be in your ear all day and whatnot, but you gotta want it. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Who was your inspirations coming up?
Definitely 8 Ball, MJG, Jay-Z, Tip, listen to a lot of T.I., listen to a lot of Outkast. Love their creativity. Man, I had a lot. Scarface, UGK. I like to listen to music that I feel like these were the guys. This is what they were going through. I hate listening to people who I have to second guess. Is this your life that you're talking about? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, it's a lot of that going on. And I would say that would be the difference in my music as opposed, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, when I first was younger, I was just like any other kid. I would rap the raps about whatever. You know, I'm 14 rapping about I'm gonna kill you and I'm gonna, you know, woot, yeah. But, you know, as I grew older and I grew more experience, the only thing I could rap was what I did yesterday or what I did 2 months ago or what I'm going through right now. So that's what I expect from a rapper. If you're a gangster, when I meet you, I want to see that gangster. Right. If you're a, you know, laid back dude, that's what I expect when I meet you. I just like genuine, just organicness about an artist. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I grew up listening to.
Okay. Do you find yourself comparing yourself to other artists, or do like your fans or supporters say, hey, you know, you sound like such and such, or do you feel like that you have your own unique individuality?
Yes, I do feel like I have my own unique individuality. For the simple, I give comparisons from time to time. Like I say, because I'm from Orange Mound, I get, you know, the comparisons to A-Ball and MJG a lot. Because we make similar styles of music, and, you know, I make a lot of player laid-back stuff. But at the same time, I mean, no matter who you compare me to, I'm definitely my own individual. I definitely feel like I'm kind of creating my own lane. You know what I'm saying? Because what's going on in music right now ain't too many people doing my dynamic. And when I say my dynamic, it's like, it's a lot of things. Because it's like, I might give you some player laid back cool shit 1 minute. And you might go to the next song and you be like, well, I know he's just on some pimping shit. And then you listen to the next song and you like, man, he made some cool R&B, you know, talking to a female type of song. Then the next song might be high energy. I just left the club, I'm drunk, I'm feeling myself, I'm fly, boom. Next song might be, where's my life going from here? I'm really going through something, I'm struggling. Next song, like, you see what I'm saying? So many different dynamics where I don't want to put myself in the box to where they be like, he's a club rapper, he's a party rapper, he's a, you know what I mean? He's for the ladies. Like, I'm a lot of different things in one box, but I'm just real. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Right.
That's it.